I realize now that if some people actually realized what I have inside of me and they really actually knew it was true, that they would fall to their feet and praise me. But I don't want that. God never wanted that. At first, in certain forms he thought he did, but the real God doesn't want that. He's already had that, and he realizes that it just puts you in a powerful spot where after a while you see people as objects, and you don't ever want to treat another soul as an object, because even the biggest tyrant couldn't be at peace when a little piece of him knew that another soul was a part of him, was suffering. But he always fought with himself in his head, no matter from Hitler to the Arabian back in the past, all the people during the Christ Crusades and all those kind of things, all the people that, killed, even though they killed, they had a thought in the back of their mind that it was bad to do to another person sharing their soul, until they got so negative that they started believing in other souls that thought there were other kinds of gods, and there were stronger vibrations. But now that the world is becoming more open with just the idea of having pictures shooting through the air made people think that, wow, how can something transcend space and time like that? And just that thought opened up a little more of an idea where there could be spirits. And then because of that, some people have realized that one spirit can, like, God is the Almighty Spirit. Say there's a spirit underneath God, and that one, because he's a spirit, he has once encountered God, and God wouldn't allow him to be the one, because something about them was wrong. Maybe they got to a certain spot and something was wrong. They couldn't forgive something, and they weren't allowed to be the one. But then, since they were a spirit who had opened up their mind, they stayed higher power in that next realm, in whatever realm they had gotten to. If that makes any sense, I think it does. Like the people in the astral realm who have gone to the astral realm because they've shown one part of them that cannot be pure. And I showed every part of me can be pure. When I say that, my heart beats with like a flutter of happiness, because it knows that I'm being honest. Like nature is giving me signs that I'm being honest with myself as I'm talking. Like when I say something, a bird flies by. And right now it didn't, because I was looking for it, and as I said it, I was thinking of it and wanting it. But I just have to believe stuff. Or just I have to say it and let it be. And also, God also is not going to, even though he is me, there's still a part of him that is way, 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 way more than me. But even though I'm tapped into his frequency and he can speak through me, and I am now merged as Dan and God, doesn't mean that he's still not part of everybody else, because he is. We all are part of me at the same time. Like, I am connected to all of you, and one day you'll understand how. Maybe not in our family trees that we see, but in our spiritual family tree, we are all one family. Same as the rock, same as the tree. That's why people started being tree huggers and being called weirdos, because somebody felt that. And those were usually the people that were outdoor in nature, because when he got his God presence, he was near a tree and felt its spirit, and the tree could talk to him. And people that say trees talk to them seem crazy, but they're not, because trees talk to me. Every single tree talks to me. Every single blade of grass talks to me, but it's in its own way. Like, it shines towards me. It feels my vibration. But even not every single blade believes in me, because it can't sense my vibration yet, because it has its own turmoil in plant life form. Does that make sense? Whatever problems we people have, plants have problems too. I don't know what they would be, but some they do. I know I was them. It's complicated. If you think your life is complicated, try having problems as a plant. You're not moving very far, but you don't know how to figure out a problem. And the biggest problem is, how do I get out of this spot? That's what a plant wants to know. Almost its whole life, it's like, do I get to go anywhere? When the wind blows, they love it. When the sun shines, they love it, because it's brighter and they can see more things. When birds fly overhead, they love it. When something eats them, they love it. That's why salad is better for you than beef, because cows are scared. Cows eat the plant's happy that the cow ate it. At that point in time, if it's harmonious plant, it's a harmonious cow. And if at that point in time, if the cow is treated well, it goes from harmonious plant, harmonious cow, to harmonious edible cow. So it's not that it has to be organic. It's not that it has to be without GMOs. It just has to be loved as it's raised. You could love your cows and love your animals and love your pigs and love them so much, and raise them until there's a certain point in time where we make literally a spiritual contract with animals that say, hey, when you get to a certain age, you understand that you're going to merge with us, and when you merge with us, you're going to a blessed soul, and we're going to teach you somehow to communicate with them. We're going to teach them somehow that they can trust us. And all of us, if we could start learning to trust each other, that's one of the biggest problems that I've seen as God through everybody, is learning to trust anything. Like, you're not trusting anybody. Why aren't you trusting anybody? I mean, there are people that are trustable. Look at yourself. You've done so many things wrong, but you know that deep down there's a decent part of you that can be trusted when you feel like you're trustworthy from the person giving you the trust, or when you feel like it's up to you to do something right. No matter who you are, if you feel that you're doing something right, you'll do it. If you feel that it's truly right and you really believe in it, you'll sacrifice anything for it. If you feel that it's really, really right and you believe it with all your heart, you'll risk your life for it. Think about it. I understand the military. I understand veterans. I love them all unconditionally. I myself, my father is a veteran, and I always thought the idea of veterans, I hated it. I thought it was dumb because they'd go there and they did it for the wrong reasons, to get money for their future, but that's not the wrong reason either. But to do that and then come back and be like, I was in the military and I'm tough. Well, there's nothing tough about going into a place where you potentially kill people. And if you did kill people, that didn't make you tough either, because I've killed every person. I was there with you. I experienced it as you killed them, and I experienced it as they got killed. And believe me, they didn't like it. I didn't like it in that form. I didn't like it in your form as you killed. Even if you thought it was fun at the moment, if you were demented enough to think it was fun, afterwards, when you calmed down and you thought about it and you had your common sense and your humanism and your spirituality touched you that little tiny bit, you thought about it. I don't care who you are. When you killed somebody, it always comes back to you. It always comes back to you. Even if you did it out of happiness, and somehow you went your whole life thinking it was okay, out of some blurry spot of your frequency or vibration in your brain, by the time you die, you look back at it, and that's what they call repent. That's why people ask for forgiveness. It's not like stab somebody, ask for forgiveness, stab somebody else, ask for forgiveness, do something else wrong, ask for forgiveness. You're not learning. The problem is, I need you to learn. That's what you need to do. Dan was about to go in, and I grabbed his phone and talked through him without him even knowing until just now. Just now, Dan lost himself for however long this recording is. He may have started as himself, not knowing that he started as himself, but I took control and didn't let him, and now he's hearing me. He's just like, God, let me talk for a second. But I'm not going to let him. And Dan, I'm sorry for doing that, but I thought that was important. When you listen to it, you'll know it is.